The podcast you are about to hear contains graphic language and adult content.
Sorry, moms. It's 2023.
Pew, pew, pew. Happy New Year to ya. Happy New Year to ya. Happy New Year.
Okay, anyways.
Okay.
Sorry,
Hey.
you were going to put your whole pussy into it.
I hadn't even gotten to a little bit of my pussy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You couldn't even handle the whole pussy.
I couldn't even handle it.
That's how we'll start 2023 in the books. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How does it feel to be a year older, a year wiser?
Just boy, quick, wasn't it? What? And also very long. This year in particular felt like
So long.
so long. And usually they don't, I feel like, at this point for me.
I agree with you. I feel like usually it feels like life is hurtling headlong towards the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, this last year felt like at least 2 years combined.
Well, hopes for the new year?
Ooh, hopes, dreams. You know, we made some vision boards last night. We made some vision boards. You heard us. We're manifestors. Mm-hmm. We made some vision boards last night, and I think that I would like this year to be just kind of like chill.
I see that. Yeah.
I don't think it will be. I have a really haunting feeling. I got like a professional tarot reading by a friend, and her general diagnosis of this year was like, oh boy.
Okay.
In like a good way and like a learning way and a growing way, but in the ways that growing and learning are usually kind of painful.
Yeah.
That's what she was saying this year is going to be like. So, you know, she said I'd come out of it stronger and that like the universe is sort of like on my side, but in the way of like, it's not going to let me die, but it might let me get beat up, you know?
In a way, in a good way. In a way that...
Maybe.
In a way that you need?
Maybe.
Maybe?
And see, my hope for this year is the exact opposite of that vibe. Yeah. I'm like, please stop. And
yes.
I would like it to be relaxing and delicious and abundant and like delightful.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying recently to like take the pressure off myself to do great grand things right now.
Sure.
Because I think that like sometimes it's good to be ambitious, obviously, but I think sometimes it comes at the detriment of other things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like my mental health.
Not always fun to lose that.
No.
Not always fun. Sometimes fun. Sometimes not fun. Always.
Yeah, there's been some good times when I felt like I lost my mind. But yeah, so I think this year I'm like trying to like set down the ambition a little bit.
I hear that.
Which feels very antithetical to who I am. I'm very much a person who likes to like make the ambitious plan, map it out, and do it. And this year I'm kind of like, I would like to just rest and maybe not push myself into having things bloom right now. Like I want it to be more of a planting year than a harvesting year.
Sure, it'd be nice to just have a chill, normal year that's just like no, verge of World War type meltdowny type shit. Just no like fundamental debauchering of just democracy and just like chill. Just chill. Hey guys, guess what? Big news 2023. Gushers, they're back in a big way.
They're gushing.
Gushers are
Let me
gushing.
tell you, they're gushing. They're back gushier than ever.
They gusheth over.
How do you feel about the word gushy?
I like gushers, so I think I'm gushy adjacent.
That's a word I feel like I use gushy not enough. Or gushing. It's just a word I haven't used in a while. I'm sorry.
It's good. No, a word that Elena brought this up. She likes to use the word juicy a lot.
I think it's a nice word.
I think it is a nice word. It's just sometimes she uses it for things that I like juicy to be like a delicious, like enjoyable thing.
Sure.
And sometimes I feel like it gets used for things that aren't that.
Could you give me an example of a context where it was used and it rankled you?
Like throwing away a banana because it was getting a little juicy.
No, I would use it like that too.
But
I
it's
agree.
like
I agree with
juice.
that use.
That's like a garbage juice. You know, I don't want that. I
but
don't want my garbage to be described as juicy.
Garbage juice is still juice, though.
I think juice should be pleasant.
Wow, a real juice elitist over here. What do you want your 2023? Like, what are you?
Oh yeah, good
question. In
question.
short terms, what are you trying to?
I think
do here.
I want to make it, I guess, a year of like finishing some things.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's it. I think I keep saying I'm going to do things, or
it's the year of finishing.
Yeah, it's the year of finishing.
Let him finish.
I am giving myself permission to finish, and it's the year of, you know what? Enough of the futzing around. We've been waiting. We've been at it long enough.
We've been edging
long enough. It's time for me to finish, and that's all I want. That's all I want this year.
That's good. I think that's a really good. That's like one of those energies you bring into the new year. That's like just directive enough that can like kind of guide your hand in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But not so prescriptive that you feel like trapped in by that. I like that. That's a great energy to bring in.
I think so. Like, I'm a little wary of like starting new things because I'm like, but I feel like I got these things I've been trying to do that I have yet to put the final stamp on. So let's write these things. Let's finish these projects. Let's do these things.
Nice. Do you feel like you're a person who often leaps to a new thing before you finish an old thing?
Yes. I love starting things. I love starting TV shows.
Oh.
I don't finish most of them. And sometimes it's a little bit protecting myself. Like, if it's too hot, too fast, it's like, there's no way this is going to maintain the momentum. I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to wait and see how it does. Or, like, I don't know. I just like beginning, like, I love watching a pilot. I love watching a pilot for a sitcom and being, like, introduced to the world and then being like, yeah.
And that was enough.
That was enough. I bet that'd be fun to, like, live in for a bit.
Interesting.
And that's okay. And I'll get to it. It's there if I want it.
Okay,
it's like opening doors. But, I also just starting things I really am doing for me. It's hard to give myself time to do them. Mm-hmm. And then I will spend a lot of time, I can rewrite page 2 like 30 times before I make it.
Don't do that.
To page 10, yeah.
Don't do that is my writing advice.
I know. That's good advice. I'm trying to, or I like participate in things that like don't have an ending, don't have anything I can show for it. Sometimes improv has felt that way for me, where I'm just like, I would love to prove I did anything with this time.
That is very funny. As a improv lover, that rankles me. But
I know.
We're not getting into it because we're not an improv podcast.
We're not an improv podcast.
We are improvised.
I
know. This isn't scripted. Everyone is blowing their lids.
I'm going to go off book right now.
Well.
But anyway, I tend to start things, and I don't always give myself the time or let myself finish them. So I'm going to try and finish some things. But this year, I want to have some shit I can point to be like, I did that this year. That is done.
Love it.
Yeah. Also, I might read some books.
I might give reading a try.
A couple final questions before we really get into the episode. Any... first of all, just a quick pop culture catch-up. Like, what have you seen? What have you watched? What have you done?
What have I been doing? I like that you said this is a pop culture podcast.
I did say.
You did. I did say. He put a stake in the ground.
Well, I think Misconnections is very much driven by popular culture. And to understand Misconnections, sometimes you need to understand romantic comedies, the music of the day, slang. We could do a whole test on 2022 slang.
But we won't.
But
I'll just do rapid fire here.
Do it.
I finished Severance.
Yeah.
I watched. Yay.
Great.
Enjoyed. I watched my first season of Survivor live ever. I've always only watched old seasons, and I watched my first season Survive. I don't want to spoil it. Disappointing.
Oof.
It literally. I'm going to talk about it. It got down to the final 5 people. I was watching it with friends, also for the first time.
Yeah.
And all of us were like, oh my God, this is the first time there's ever been a final 5 where I like everybody except for one person. Like, usually it's like you like one person and everyone else is terrible. Mm-hmm. This was like, oh my God, everyone except for this one person is great.
Yeah.
And I hope one of them went, the one person I hated won. Like, oof. It was awful. And like won because of bitter grapes. Like, didn't even win because they were the best. Like, won because like bitter grapes. So that's what I've been consuming. I've also read several books, but nobody needs to hear about it. I read Dune. I watched Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what about you? What have you consumed in the past few weeks?
Yeah, a few weeks. Saw Babylon. Nay.
Hard non-recommend.
It had some sequences I really liked, and it just also did a lot of things where I just felt like, why we're doing a revisionist history, but we're not going to revise shit, really, except for that Margot Robbie can dress this way, even though this isn't how people dress, but like, we're going to dress her like this. This is Margot Robbie. And also, there's racism, but a brown guy is going to do it to another brown guy, so that's fine.
Yeah, free pass.
The woman director is going to say the sexist shit, so that's good, right?
Another free pass.
So, also, remember Avatar? We love movies. That's Babylon. That was the Babylon experience. Review. You got it. And it didn't take 3 hours.
Much faster.
Saw the menu. Loved. Great. Can't wait to watch that with friends. Can't wait to watch that with you.
It's hitting HBO Max ASAP.
Oh my
I saw
God.
they already have it listed out for hitting HBO Max.
It was good.
I'm excited.
I liked it.
It was gushy.
I've been thinking about that movie
Juicy.
like nonstop. Matilda the Musical. Great. Big fan. Unplug it. I know it's a Netflix propaganda piece, whatever. But
everything
it deserves to be...
everything is a Netflix propaganda.
Everything is Netflix propaganda. But like, it deserves to be just in the conversation. I like a good movie musical. It's been a while since I've seen one this good. It's really, really... The kids are amazing.
We love to see it.
We love super talented kids, right? That's what TikTok's all about.
That's what they love.
That's what Ellen DeGeneres was all about.
She finding those talented kids.
Netflix is doing the work that Ellen DeGeneres walked so they could do.
Yep.
I don't know. Those are basically the new things.
No, that was a great pop culture catch up.
And lastly, any predictions for the year 2023? Just broadly, like what's going to go down this year? What's it going to be?
Okay,
Nostradamus.
I think we're gonna have some ugly man be the new hottie in Hollywood.
Okay, sure, some new version of this. That old chestnut.
I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah. It'll be like Frankie Muniz re-enters the picture and is like,
yes,
wow,
yes.
Not to say that he's
ugly. But
he's not Hollywood.
He's
growing
not
up, he was
handsome.
not Hollywood handsome. That was kind of...
So that's my main prediction. I'm just going to go with that one.
Okay.
Do you have one that you'd like to share?
Sure. Yeah, okay. I don't think anyone's going to see it coming. Here we go. Tom Hooper comeback. Director of Cats, he's making a comeback.
Ooh, I have no idea who Tom Hooper is, so I'm glad you said Director of Cats.
The Director of Cats.
Up real fast.
Which people could say years ago ended his career.
They could say it, but they won't after this year. They won't be saying that after this year.
And I'm going to hate it.
He's going to do Starlight Express, and we're all going to...
See, here's the thing. Yes, if they could redo the magic of Cats, but with trains, people as trains, I honestly think we're ready for that. We weren't ready for Cats. We're ready for this.
Excellent.
So, on with the year, and on with the show. I'll hit the button, and off we go!
That was fun. I like that a lot.
You caught my eye in the grocery line, and I fancied myself a man worth your time, and I couldn't help thinking, I wish you were mine, a man-seeking woman whose total is 589. Well, I don't do this often. I'm not like other guys, which is why I find myself in a sort of existential crisis.
Podcast for listener for all of 2023. All misconnections will be written by AI. It's time for another Existential Crisis, the show where we take the misconnection section into new directions. I'm Talon Bigelow.
And I'm Sarah Thompson.
And we have a podcast for you.
Boy, howdy do ya.
How's it work?
So this is a podcast where we go through the misconnection section on Craigslist, which is like a free posting board on the internet. It's sort of the wild, wild west, except for people who unfairly report postings. We're looking at you. But people go on there, they post about their heart's content, and on the misconnection section specifically, they post about times where they might have had a chance encounter with a person, didn't act in the moment, and then regret it later. So they're reaching back out into the void in the hopes that that person meets up with them. We love it because we're sick little voyeurs. And Talon and I trawl through the misconnection section to find you the best one so you don't have to do it yourselves. And then we give them to each other to cold read. So all of the ones that I have selected, Talon has not seen before. All the ones that Talon selects, I have not seen before. And we read them out loud for the first time.
Wow, you're getting good at that.
Thanks.
I've got a misconnection for you to start with, as an example.
I still look for you, my... ... Missing you today more than most. Happy New Year. A part of me will always love you. It was real for me. We had our moment, my old sleepy man. The newest Facebook picture was for you. We're still using Facebook.
We're using Facebook to flirt.
We're using Facebook. I'm wondering what kind of profile picture we're talking here. I'm thinking titties hike to the gods.
Ooh, for this old sleepy man who's on Facebook trolling his feed to see if anyone's sub-posting him.
And to be honest, if I was looking for an old sleepy man, it would be on Facebook.
It would be on
Facebook.
So
I guess know your audience. This is target marketing.
This is target marketing.
We were just talking about target marketing. This is target marketing.
This is what it is.
I love that. Did you ever... There's been a recent... I don't know if it's a TikTok trend, but it's been like where people talk about how like their crush said something in real life and then like they went home and like posted a photo of that thing. Like somebody would mention like, oh, I like the Rolling Stones. And then somebody would be like a crush would mention that. And then the person would go home and like take a picture of them. Like being like, I love Under My Thumb. Yeah. And like post it on Snapchat for everyone to see. Did you ever do anything like that?
I don't think I posted any photos like that, but I think the closest I probably got was I did have a crush on a girl in high school, and she, I guess at one point had like made something out of like candy wrappers, like Starburst wrappers. I think she won like a contest or something where she made.
Oh yeah. The Starburst purses used to be a big thing. Yeah, you could like weave them. Yes.
She was a person who did this one time.
I can see why you've had big hard eyes for her. I can see why you fell in love.
We love good candy, you and I. Anyway, I decided I was going to collect a whole bunch of Starburst wrappers for this person.
Wow.
And over like a year, I would just eat and just I would acquire a lot of Starburst.
Love that.
And bags often. I don't think I just never gave it to her.
Were you too nervous?
Yeah, it just got like I don't know if I just was starting to think like, is this weird? Is this weird that I'm doing this?
No, it's cute.
And yeah, so I ended up with just a shoebox full of Starburst wrappers.
That's incredible. I was trying to think of an example I have, but maybe this is why I was single all through high school and middle school and college. I don't think I ever did anything for anyone I had a crush on.
Never did anything for anyone.
I was like, well, I guess... I think that what I would do is I would just be like, I'm going to go harder in what I think is cool. Yeah. And maybe that will match up. But I don't think it ever necessarily did. I'm honestly trying to think of anything I've ever... Like, the most thing I've ever done... And it wasn't... No. I've never really done anything to impress a person I liked, I don't think.
Wow. You just expect them to come to you?
Yeah. No. Wow. Yeah, I guess so. I was just like, I'm so alluring on my own. I guess, yeah. No, I'm truly trying to think of an example. That's lame.
That's a kind of confidence, though, that I feel like a lot of people...
I don't know that it was confidence. I think it was just like pure obliviousness of like, oh, like maybe you should try to like match your interests to a person.
Sure.
This is not good advice. It's not good advice. But when you're in high school, or whatever,
it's like learning to be.
It's how you learn to do things
outside of yourself. Learning to be a little less selfish.
Yeah. I'm trying to even think of like the people I had a crush on. Like, what would I have like pretended to be into? Yeah, like cars, I guess. But I don't care. Yeah, I have a hard time pretending to care about things I don't care about.
I think I have an easy time
pretending
to care about things I don't care about. That's my problem. Because then I don't know what I care about anymore. I just say things. Sarah, on this podcast, sometimes I just say shit.
Say things.
I just say shit. And then later I think about it all night long. I'm like, did I mean that? Is that me?
I like that you do that. I often expose myself too much. And then I'm like, should I have said that on a podcast that's recorded and theoretically housed on the internet for a very long time?
Yeah, maybe not.
And then I'm like, whatever. It's fine. Who are we?
But yeah, I feel like I easily... If I like you and you tell me you like something, I bet I'll find a reason to like it.
I like it. That's great. Is there anything that you've ever thought that you liked and then realized?
It's Owl City. That's the answer. It's Owl City. I'm going to read this misconnection now. Hottest doctor ever. Ugh. Why did I have to meet you this way? You wear the hottest doctor I've ever seen in my life, and my woman cave smelled like a chum bucket that had been left out in the 100-degree weather for 3 weeks. I should have asked you for your number. You saying no is better than me never knowing. I'm sorry I met you like this. I'm sorry I didn't shoot my shot when I had the opportunity. Hot doctors are in porn, not real life. Crying emoji. Wowee.
Wowee. That woman cave reference really came out of left field.
It's also just typoed enough that I was already being so careful by the time I got there.
You were doing a good job. It was like watching somebody climb up a treacherous cliff. You having to navigate all of that. So I took skill. Like a good mountaineer.
Was this doctor's visit... Did it have anything to do with down there?
Okay, that's my question. Because I think I had to have, right?
I mean, it must have.
Or maybe they were so sick they couldn't deal with their coochie.
And it was just
having a moment.
Wow.
Because if you don't, we all know our body parts need regular maintenance.
Hygiene's important.
And if our bodies don't I'm not saying, and don't misquote me here. I'm not saying coochies are any dirtier than any other part of your body. Because I think if you also didn't wash your armpit for several weeks, it would also be stinky.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying
3 weeks is a long time to go without washing.
Yeah, don't do it. So I'm sincerely hoping. I think if it was a coochie related issue, honestly, don't ask somebody out in that moment.
Don't.
If the coochie was adjacent, woman cave. If the woman cave, which I hate using, if the woman cave was adjacent to the issue at hand, maybe.
I think chum bucket's the more offensive part of this, to be honest.
How so?
It's just...
very visceral.
Imagining the smell of a chum bucket.
I hate that.
Also, I just also think of it in regards to SpongeBob SquarePants, the square SpongeBob man.
The man who's square.
The man who is a square sponge named Bob.
Yes.
And I don't really want to think about him in a woman cave, in such close proximity.
That's not good.
It feels
wrong and bad. Yes.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's a toughie.
I wouldn't want to... I don't think I should ask out, or... If someone were doing the cough test on my little chicken nuggets, I wouldn't think that'd be a good time to ask them out.
Ball sack, your little chicken nuggets.
My little chicken nuggets. I guess I'm hungry. I don't know.
Some nuts.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a little hungry too.
Wow. Would you want to get some chicken nuggets after this?
Yeah, let's get some chicken nuggets.
Some chicken nuggets. It's just I'm just... what do you do? You gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan to not smell bad sometimes.
Yeah, but if you're sick...
If you're sick, that's the one exception. If it becomes... medically difficult for you to change how you smell. That's it. Otherwise, you gotta have a plan.
That's a situation you need to fix on your own.
You gotta have a plan.
Do you have another one for me?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I think I'm just...
You just wanted to look lovingly at me?
I'm just thinking about chum buckets.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't like that much at all.
Oh, well, here you go. How do you like them apples?
Fred Meyer. Day before Thanksgiving. This is a shot in the dark. You stopped me as I was leaving the store and told me that I was beautiful. I told you that I was married. You may have heard regret in my voice. I felt a spark. I wish I asked your name. You, white coat, brown hair. Me, Asian woman in checkered Vans. I watched you walk away. Biggest regret ever. Miss Girl, do not be posting this on the internet. What are you doing? Don't cheat on your partner in front of everybody on Misconnections.
Well, how do you do it? Because Ashley Madison's bust.
Don't cheat on your partner, I think is the answer here.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Bold. And also there is something fundamentally wrong with your marriage if a single interaction from somebody outside of Fred Meyer makes you question whether or not you've made the right choice in your life.
Yeah. Definitely a lot going on here. Definitely feels like the kind of marriage that might have formed on, like, The Bachelor. Or
Yeah, nobody forced you to get married.
No one forced you to get married.
Nobody forced you.
If people in the grocery store are a threat to your marriage, you know?
That's just so wild. And then also to, like, post this and assume that the person who complimented you would be fine with you being married.
Yeah.
There's just, like, a lot of assumption flying around here.
These are fantasies.
This is a
fantasies
rough one.
That are not as well thought out in real life.
Yeah, not a huge fan. I also like that somebody was like, "Hey, you're beautiful," and they were like, "I'm married."
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
You could also...
Not that I'm no proponent of telling people anything in public. I think the only time it's acceptable is if they're clearly wearing something that they're proud of. Like if they're wearing cool fish shoes or something.
Ooh, something they
and
made.
You can compliment them like specifically on that item.
Yeah.
Like that is a cool pair of fish shoes. That's
You're
acceptable. Right. But just, I personally, I don't know that I'd be a proponent of just randomly being like, you're beautiful on the street.
I think I'm
Nobody's in the right here.
I wouldn't even... only at Comic-Con for me. Same principle. These people worked hard in their outfits and their looks, and they want to be told they're good.
That's, yeah. Oh, and that, again, yeah, that's like a real specific situation in which people are looking for people in the same community. Real recognize real. Who else is going to tell you that your cosplay is good than somebody who knows what the cosplay is? Like,
yeah,
that's acceptable.
That's
but just
fine.
on the street, I don't know how I feel.
I agree, especially not in this Fred Meyer, the day before Thanksgiving.
What a time. And did they then spend their entire Thanksgiving at dinner with their loved one being like, I shouldn't be married right now?
This wasn't posted about like immediately afterwards.
No.
We're
days later.
A good over a month away.
That's, oh my God, I forgot Thanksgiving was in December.
Oh my God, yeah. So
oh my God.
This has been
maybe
simmering.
It was enough time to get a divorce. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you could end this with the state of your marriage currently.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Intrigue.
Yeah. Here's a long one, so get ready.
Here we go. Wearing your cat like a scarf. You live in Beaverton apartment by a swamp with two very cute black and white cats, one of whom is willing to be worn like a scarf. Me, electrician working around the area. Late this fall, your cat escaped into the marsh and you were frantically calling for it by the bridge. I'm an electrician working on a project around your complex, and I had seen something scurry off. There was a little black and white thing running around, and I pointed you over. When I looked back, you were trying very hard to capture it, although it looked like it was treasuring its outside time and did not want to be caught. Anyway, this morning I was out there again, working on the light pole in front of your balcony, and I heard a little rustling above me. One of the cats was watching me. I showed them how to strip a wire. They seemed interested. You stepped out later for a second, wearing another cat slung around your neck like a scarf. Hope this isn't creepy. I just wanted to let you know how happy I am that you found your cat. And please give it a good extra scratch for me. Okay.
Wasn't that so cute? Wasn't that just charming and precious?
Didn't go at all where I thought it would.
Please tell me where you thought it was going to go.
Well, I don't know. I just think, I don't know why wearing your cat like a scarf felt so violent to me, but I was like, should we be afraid of this woman?
I just loved so many parts of this. I loved that this person was wearing their cat like a scarf.
Yeah.
Number one, jealous.
Great.
Number
Mishka
two,
could never.
Mishka could never. Just not bendy enough. Not long enough. He's very dense.
Yeah.
And small.
It wouldn't make a good scarf.
Stretchy.
Make a better hat.
He would make an incredible hat. Honestly, unbelievable
I'll
hat.
train him to sit on my head and warm my head. But yeah, we like that. We like cat
that.
scarf lady.
Cat scarf. We love an electrician who shows a cat how to strip a wire.
Yep.
That precious.
Yeah. And the cat was interested.
The cat was interested.
We might have
cats often are.
Might have a little catatouille on our hands.
That I just think it's very cute, and I like this whole story, and I love that. And I like this electrician not being creepy and was just like, give her cat some scritches. This is just a cat lover to a cat lover.
In our last neighborhood in Portland, there was a cat that was like kind of loose around the neighborhood at times, and Lane and I were definitely really like, it was like, this is a cute cat. Where does it belong to? Like, it's been at this house, now it's at this house on the other side of the street. What's going on? And I think at one point, like, I think we did see like a flyer for it, and we were like, "Oh no, has this cat been lost? Like, where has it been?"
This whole time.
But we were walking Mishka one day, and we saw the people get out of their car with the cat, and they lived like in the house that was like right near us, so it did live close. But I agree with this person. I would also...
You love a neighborhood cat moment.
I love a neighborhood cat. I love a neighborhood animal. I am there for the feeling attached to it and semi-responsible for it.
Agreed.
It takes a village.
To raise a cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Here you go.
Misty. Looking for curvy Misty. I'm your long-haired guy from a few years ago. We met up, but things didn't align. Sometimes we meet people and make connections at the wrong time. If you'd like to rekindle that old spark, maybe the timing is right now. Curvy Misty. Oh, sorry. This is from Jay. I missed that there was one moment down there. Oh, this is also right near my old house.
Oh.
Very close. I am not Curvy Misty.
Are
but
you sure?
Maybe I lived near Curvy Misty.
Okay. I was hoping you knew this long.
We've had this discussion. Simply, curvy is not my favorite word in the world.
Okay, here's another one for you.
Oh, great. Sexy curvy cashier at TA Truck Stop Troutdale with dyed hair. Thank you. Sexy curvy cashier at TA Truck Stop Troutdale. I thought you were fine and sexy. And you had the colored hair. I would love to talk to you sometime and maybe get together sometime. You got a gorgeous figure to die for. You should get in touch. This is at 790 Northwest Frontage Road.
Okay. There you go. Dox them.
I'm assuming that's the TA truck stop.
Tits and ass truck stop.
Tits and ass truck stop.
So curvy. There's a theme here.
Curvy. This is a Nicole Byer bit, so I'm not going to go into it. But she has a very funny bit about loving this man who posts about his curvy wife all the time. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's one of the funniest things ever because, like, I think that, like, as fat people, it's so funny to just, like, see somebody be like, I love my curvy wife. Like, she might be a fat bitch, but I love this fat bitch. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very funny. I don't know why. And there are people that are, like, I think there are people that are normal about it, and that's not funny, and that's fine, and that's cute, and that's love. Yeah. But this guy, like, going out of his way to be like, I love my curvy wife.
Yeah.
I think it's funny.
It is funny. It would be like someone calling me their black husband.
Exactly. It's like, I love my black husband.
Yes.
And you'd be like, okay.
Okay.
Those things are definitively true, but did we need to, like, make that my title?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure maybe she just wants to be called Jennifer.
Maybe. Or Misty.
Or Misty.
Or Misty.
Or maybe not so much curvy Misty. Yeah.
Yeah, curvy is we've had this whole conversation before, so I'm not going to rehash it.
I'm just making sure
that everyone remembers.
Just testing your stances.
If they've changed, I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, there's a run on curvy women, is what I'm hearing in the city of Portland, Oregon. I think that also, like, there's a whole thing of, like, I've gotten a lot of TikToks recently that are like, everyone wants to fuck fat women, but nobody wants to wife up a fat woman. I think that's a true thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are, like, secretly sexually attracted to fat people, but because it's, like, not deemed attractive societally, like, it's seen as embarrassing to be attracted to that.
Yeah. Regardless
of gender.
I mean, honestly, anytime you say as a society that, like, this type of person is, like, no, bad, they instantly become more fuckable. That's what happens. That's instantly what happens.
If you are an enemy of the government, you are instantly more fuckable.
I mean, I don't think Kevin Bacon and Footloose would have been hot at all if he just was like, I think the town's right, we shouldn't dance anymore.
You're right. I forgot about Kevin Bacon and Footloose and the points that were made about him.
Right. That he was only hot because he was anti-government.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
You're welcome. So, yeah, I think, you try to outlaw black people. Guess who everyone wants to secretly fuck?
Black people.
Black people. Try to outlaw fat people?
Well, guess who everyone wants to secretly fuck?
You might just end up in a sticky situation.
A stinky?
A sticky.
Chum bucket.
No.
This is an old post. I don't think I had you read this already.
Oh.
But I felt like it was, relevant.
Give it. Crabbing, clamming, mussels, fishing. I lost my fishing buddy. I prefer bays, rivers, lakes. I take care of fuel costs. Within reason. Hot.
I think this is a part of an ongoing discussion between us.
Yeah.
Because this is not the first person looking for a fishing buddy we've had on this podcast.
Not at all.
It's not even close to the first. We've had at least 3 or 4 other posts. So this one, it can't be a euphemism, right?
I was going back and forth. Title aside, I lost my fishing buddy. Kind of gray area.
Yeah.
I prefer bays.
Rivers?
Then I got, bays, I was like,
Lakes?
that's a clever play on words. Rivers. What? Lakes. Okay. Uh-huh. Bodies of water.
Okay.
I can't figure out how they could correlate to people so much.
No.
They take care of fuel costs. Now I have real questions about... You just want someone to fish with.
Yeah, it seems like they're just getting into logistics.
Fishing is lonely. How about put on some tunes or a podcast? Might I suggest? That's like having a fishing buddy in your pocket.
And you don't even have to pay for fuel costs.
You don't even have to pay us for fuel costs. You have to pay yourself.
For your fuel costs.
You have to, yes.
Don't get us wrong there. Don't email us asking for reimbursement on your fishing trip. We won't send it.
Do not contact us for reimbursement for fuel costs. So now officially confused. Yeah, I think most of the time I haven't been as certain, but this one seems like they just want someone to fish with.
I think that there's maybe just a thriving fishing community on Missed Connections, which God bless.
They gotta have another way. Notes and bottles.
Excuse me?
To contact each other.
Notes in bottles.
Notes in bottles.
Knots and boggles?
Not bottles.
Knots and boggles?
Yeah.
I was like, is that a tackle shop?
I thought you were all cut up on your
knots
slang.
And boggles?
So somebody's real knots and boggles.
My apologies.
Yeah.
Well, glad to know that the fishing community is thriving and not the cat fishing community.
Boom.
You attached yourself to me in the mosh pit. You were super cute, adventurous, and told me you were divorced. I am so dumb for not getting your number. Is that something you would open with? That you're adventurous and divorced?
I think if you're in the mosh pit, I already know that you're divorced.
Damn. Shots fired. Oh, get him. Get him. Get him.
Get it? No,
get him. I don't get
know.
it, actually, but...
I don't know. Just felt like really...
the kind of people you would find in a mosh pit are not the kind of people who are still married, apparently, according to TALON.
Yeah. Or you're like 13 and maybe too young.
I was about to say, I was in a lot of mosh pits when my bones were young.
There you go.
My bones in my brain were young.
Oh, man. I closest I've been was at a Tenacious D concert.
Whoa, crazy guy.
Tell you what.
Crazy guy. And let me tell you, you were not divorced there.
No, I was not. No, I was not.
But that's fine. It's good to let people know the lay of the land, I suppose.
Yeah.
And if it's fresh, maybe it's a bit of a defensive move. You're like, I just, I'm divorced.
Aside from opening with a divorce, you're attaching yourself to this person. That's a strong word. That's not like
very strong.
You hovered or you looked at me or whatever. That's like you were attached by my side.
And also managed to have an entire conversation in a mosh pit. It's all eye contact.
Yeah.
Head waggles.
Mm-hmm. Well, my mouth guard won't let me talk.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
If you're going to mosh responsibly.
You wear the same one to bed that you wear in the mosh pit.
Well, I mean, it already fits my teeth perfectly.
So you might as well.
Yeah, I get my money's worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fooling us into thinking I need to only wear it half the day.
Two night guards?
Yeah, nice try.
Not here.
Nice try.
I tried big teeth. I wasn't.
Big teeth. Yeah, no, I hear you.
I'm not calling.
Out and clear.
I meant it like Big Pharma. Not like the insult that you have large teeth.
Yeah, how dare you? You know I have big old chompers.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I got one more, but do you have another one?
I do have one more. Yes. So I'll give you one more. You'll give me one more, and then we'll do our final one.
Yum, 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 yum. You're going to be in bed before midnight. Ginny, where are you? Looking for Ginny, Virginia, my favorite spankee. We hooked up 3 times for discipline sessions. I'm Carl. You favored the cane. I enjoyed using the belt. Haven't heard from you since the pandemic started. Emails bounced back. I should have gotten a phone number. Where are you? I'm sure you're overdue for a whooping, and my belt is gathering dust. Wow.
People just putting their whole pussies out on Craigslist.
Wow, yeah, I'm learning a lot. I'm just reading all the words.
I did like the slight, because I can tell that you're one of those people who can read ahead a little bit while you're reading out loud.
Sure.
I could tell when you hit the word spanky. There was just like a slight shift.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
I mean, not a word you get to see written
too often, but nailed it.
At least not me in my line of work, but that's just me. Could change.
Teach their own.
So Carl the Spanker.
Spanker looking for Virginia.
Looking for Virginia, a.k.a. Ginny.
They're Spanky.
Ginny, if you're out there. How many Virginias, a.k.a. Ginnies, do you think there are?
I don't know. I'm a little... Again, this is like a bold post to make in what is essentially a public town forum.
Like, yeah. Y'all should use some nicknames. Maybe these are nicknames. I don't know.
Or go on like FetLife.
Yeah. I know what that is. That's a website.
Yeah, FetLife is like a
fetish communities.
Oh, look at you go!
Like a message board. Is it okay?
Yes, it's like a message board essentially. Yeah, and it's like local to where you live.
Sweet.
There's also Field, which I don't know. They were really right as we moved out of Portland. Field was really hitting the advertising hard.
Oh, I think I maybe saw
Tinder for fetish people.
I feel like
into fetishes.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense because, like, you know, if you're looking for something specific, Carl, then it makes sense to be posting in a forum where that specific thing can be found.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you gotta Google responsibly, essentially. Same, you know, there's some things you're just not gonna find in certain parts of the internet. You gotta look elsewhere. Google. Sometimes I'm looking for computer problems. I can't go to this website. I gotta go to Reddit because somebody
know what's going on.
Somebody typed my error code in there.
Nearly everything I search on the internet, I usually put Reddit immediately afterwards because I just... It's nice to get an answer. It's even better to hear the story of somebody who has a similar issue. You know what I'm saying?
It's the opposite of how we feel about recipes.
Oh, God, get to the goddamn recipe.
I need to just tell me how many eggs I need. I don't need to know your whole life.
I will say, I was on a recipe website where God bless the woman, at the top of the page, she said, if you don't want to read this story, click this link, and it jumps you halfway down the page. And I was like, God bless you. And it was really nice.
We need everything to be so user-centric, you know? I should go to Babylon, and it should pop up at the screen at the beginning of the movie, and it could be like, hey, if you want to take a break, just hit this button. We'll do a 15-minute intermission. But you also don't have to.
Oh, that's
just
nice.
If you want to. There's a button right there. Enjoy the movie. That's how it should be.
Would have been a dream. But then it would have been 3 hours and 15 minutes long.
Well, but then I would have at least had a nice break. I could get a beverage or some popcorn.
Popcorn.
Sometimes you go into a 3-hour movie not being hungry and leaving it having eaten your own arm.
Oh, my God.
And I'd like to avoid that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Carl, we hope you find your Virginia again.
Who favored the cane?
And you favored the belt. You have one more for me?
Yeah, sorry. The expression favored the cane is so, like...
It feels very...
proper?
Yes.
Yes. Ginny, who favored the cane. There you go.
My Panda Express princess. We met back in September when I stopped in on my way home to get a simple dinner to go. I quickly realized it wasn't going to be easy. What I wanted to eat wasn't available. And to make a long story short, neither was good help in the kitchen. You did what I can only describe as completely foreign in the restaurant industry today. You recognized the problem before I got upset, took care of it, and then confronted me to let me know it's being remedied. Each and every time I've been in since, you've done nothing less than totally impress me. Your work ethic, your attitude, your demeanor, all an absolute delight to be around. I like the way I can walk through your front doors, take one look at you, and forget about my entire day up to that point. You make me smile, and that I like above all else. Please don't hesitate to reach out and allow me the opportunity to get to know you better. Allow me the chance to enjoy coffee with one of the best humans I've ever met. Allow me the pleasure of discussing anything and everything about you over evening drinks or dinner downtown. It doesn't have to be tomorrow, next week, or even the following month. Just sometime, anytime. It'd be a true blessing to be anywhere for any length of time with a lady like you. I hope to hear from you and hope you're doing well. And that, people, that is why people in service positions are not nice. Because when you're nice to somebody, they write this whole romance in their heads.
It gets stalkery.
And then they post it on the internet. That is terrifying. Not only is the red flag there of, I'm writing about somebody in a service industry, which if you're new to the pod, what do we say?
No.
Don't
do it. They're doing their job. They don't care about you.
So not only is that the red flag, the other red flag is this man was fully ready to yell at somebody over Panda Express.
Yeah.
You don't need... Quick tip for everybody, you don't need to yell about that. That's not life or death.
No, there are bigger things.
There are bigger things. That Pan Express ain't good, go next door to the Subway.
Oh my God.
Subway ain't good, go home and cook a microwave meal for one.
It really takes someone who has just never been in a service position at all to think that like yelling at a employee at a fast food restaurant is like the way to go.
And let me shit on the entire industry that you work in. And then ask you out.
Yeah.
You did what I can only describe as completely foreign in the restaurant industry today. I would bet you $400 is an old white man.
Yeah.
I know what he looks like already. He carries change in his pocket. I can see him.
That's because the last time he got a burger, it was 35 cents.
And they were rude to him at Burger King, and he never went back.
He never went back. I could have it my way. You lied. I don't know why my old man's Tom Hanks.
I don't know either, but I like it. It's not completely inaccurate.
No. Why don't you go back to Greenbow, Alabama?
That was really good.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
Did you have any final thoughts about that one?
Just that, boy, is it a novel? When all it said was you were nice to me at a fast food restaurant. I'd like to take you out. That's it. And there's no better way to say that. And the better way to say that isn't more words. It's not saying it. It's coming to your senses. Seek help.
Seek help.
It's the year of MJ. It's Michael Jordan. Number 23, stop. Seek help. That's the theme for the year.
Wow. That's a good idea.
Stop. Hey, world. Stop. Seek help.
Into it.
Hey, Craigs. We got one more MC we want to give you. But first, thanks for joining us for another deep dive into the misconnection section. The theme song was written and performed by Rose Sherman. Follow her at Hey Shermy on Insta. And follow us at Craigsistential Crisis on Insta and TikTok for more fun. If you enjoyed our company, leave us a rating wherever you're listening. Or tell a friend about our services. Check the show notes for more info.
All right, well.
Yeah.
What a way to end it.
I've
got one more for you, Talon.
Here we go. The last misconnection of 2023.
Oh my God, so much pressure.
Remember this and all the predictions we made and all that will come after as the prophecy foretold. You took my DoorDash order. I hope you poop your pants, you dickhead. I'm Talon Bigelow.
I'm Sarah Thompson.
And this has been Craigsistential Crisis.
I just let you say it by yourself because I didn't realize that this misconnection was going to be setting the mood for the rest of 2023.
I mean, I didn't say this was the prophecy. Do not contact us with any unsolicited services or offers. Bye.